introduction based from the printed program when I was told that I need to introduce another person. The chosen man to grace the blessings of the second floor of the elementary building and also the elementary canteen is a man whose heart is at NLA. He made Artacho as his second home since he comes from Isabela. He served in various capacities. When he first came to NLA, he was one of the 3 professors who molded me since I was enrolled in the Bachelor of Arts in Theology. Then he served as the second president of Northern Luzon Adventist College. He also served as the vice president for the student services and currently a professor in the School of Theology and at the same time serving as the dean of the School of Arts and Sciences. Elementary, alumni, fellow workers, and members of this church and visitors. May I introduce Dr. Adolfo Castello to speak for the blessings of these 2 edifices for our young children. Dr. Castello.
Thank you very much for the instant appointment this morning. I never expected to stand before you today because I never received an earlier appointment from our organizers. But since coming to NLAC in 1992, I have had several experiences of surprises in my life. But having committed my life, dedicated my voice and pen to serve wherever the Lord would call me since 1978, I have to accept the instant appointment. What could I say today regarding our program? I would like to quote something from 1 Chronicles 29, starting with verse 9, then jump to verse 11 and 12 and on. And I would like to say, to God be the honor and glory for all these things that are coming to each one of us as we dedicate the second floor of the elementary building, the library as well as the canteen. Let each one of us be reminded that it has been possible for all these projects to have been given willingly and heartily by our benefactors, our donors. It's because God has made it possible for them to be able to do so. This part of the Bible tells us, then the people rejoiced, for they had offered willingly, because with a loyal heart they had offered willingly to the Lord. And King David also rejoiced greatly. Therefore David blessed the Lord before all the assembly, and David said, Blessed are you, Lord God of Israel, our Father, forever and ever. Yours, O Lord, is the greatness, the power and the glory, the victory and the majesty. For all that is in heaven and in earth is yours. Yours is the kingdom, O Lord, and you are exalted as head over all. Both riches and honor come from you, and you reign over all. In your hand is power and might. In your hand it is to make great and to give strength to all. Now therefore, our God, we thank you and praise you, your glorious name. Goes on to say like that. For all things come from you, and of your own we have given you. If you are listening and have read in the past these portions of the Bible, this is about the dedication of Solomon's temple, where King David acknowledged that it has been possible for God's people, he and his people, to have the Solomon's temple built because the Lord in the first place have given his blessing to them. And from those blessings, they have returned back a portion of that for the building of the temple. So it is with all the buildings that we are having programs today, the Centennial Celebration. I have seen the faith, love, and sacrifices of the alumni. When the Lord gave me the rare chance to go to Hawaii in 2002 and 2004, I had the chance to visit the homes of many of our alumni members in Hawaii and in California, in Sacramento, in Los Angeles, in Glendale, in Loma Linda. I have seen the possibility, as we have witnessed since the 1990s when we came here, that our alumni members have been giving willingly and heartily to the different projects. And LASA, Northern Luzon Adventist Schools Alumni Association of America, as well as the second one, Northern Luzon Adventist College Alumni, under Dr. Roy Pulido and Dr. Cacho, the first one, have been a great helping hand in many of the projects here. And this morning in particular, we are dedicating the elementary library and the second floor of the building and the canteen. These again are living testimonies of your great support. May God continue to pour out His blessings upon you, and that we cooperatively here at Northern Luzon Adventist College would take care of these edifices for the honor and glory of God's name, and so that for a long period of time, our children and the generations to come would continue to use this. And that if Jesus would not yet come, many others would come and be educated in this institution in the Christian way of life. Yes, brethren, as this verses tells us, you have given willingly for this project, these projects. It's because you have first dedicated your lives to the Lord. You have been loyal to the Lord. Your heart have been loyal to the Lord. And out of your loyalty to the Lord, you have given a portion of that for the construction of these projects. And for that, we would like to thank you, and we thank God also above all. For to God, it says here, both riches and honor come from you, and you reign over all. In His hand, power and might. In His hand, it is possible for Him to make great and to give strength to all. The gift of life alone is something to be thankful for to God. For if we are healthy and strong, we could work and earn a living for ourselves, for others, for our families. But for many of us who are already in our 40s, 50s, 60s, we have more than enough. What more would be the use of all those extra things except to what? To give to the work of God. When our children are done, what more except to help? Keep helping people who are in need. Keep helping institutions who are in need, like NLAC. It's a reality of life that not many years from now, we who are in our 50s and 60s and 70s will not stay long. It's a reality. As I could remember, the people that were instrumental in establishing Northern Luzon Adventist Hospital, many of them already are resting in their graves. That I have seen. And I've come to realize myself that these people are giving the best that they could do for the work of God, because they would not know what would happen in the next 30 years or 40 years. For you are in your 40s, for the next 40 years, you will never know what would happen. I am grateful for the late Dr. George Atiga, because under him, I had the privilege to go to Hawaii and in California, and all the other members of the NLAC. For you are young, cherish all the things that our alumni members are giving to our institution. Use properly, because for everything that they are given, it is flesh and blood, as well as faith, love, and sacrifice on their part.